We couldn't all be there for the 10th anniversary celebrations, but thanks to this medium that we are able to connect, and we wanted to share our experiences, and our thanks to Yogasree and Sir too. So again, welcome to all of you. Again, this is a very, very informal experience sharing, more than anything, connecting outside of the classroom. I'm sure we all have seen each other on a tiny thumbnail somewhere on the Zoom sessions in online classes. It's very nice to get to see you all, connect with you all, and learn about your experiences with yoga. This is, again, like I said, this is a very informal get-together, friends connecting who share the love for yoga and sharing our experiences and growing, learning from each other. We're going to just start up with the introductions, just to get to know each other a little better. Just introduce yourselves and then just share where you live, how long you have been practicing yoga, and how long you have been with Yogasree and Sir. Just basic information for us to get to know each other, to get started. I'll go first. My name is Manju. I'm from Phoenix, Arizona in the US. I have been practicing, I shouldn't say practicing. I've been on and off doing yoga for a while, for over 20 years or so. And it's been, I went through different forms of yoga too, vinyasa yoga, hot yoga, ashtanga yoga, restorative yoga. I've tried different forms. And then finally, thanks to Madhavi, I actually got connected to Sir, and then I started with Sir about 2 years ago. It has been an incredible journey. Again, pandemic did a lot of things that we did not want, but this was one of the best things out of the pandemic too. Otherwise, I would not have been able, I would not have been able to take the classes from Sir. It's all Zoom, thanks to Zoom and thanks to this online medium that we are in. And again, thanks to that too, we are all here together. That's about me. Anyone unmute yourselves? Just, yeah, introduce. Madhvi, go next up. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm Madhvi, and I'm staying at Bellary. Bellary is where Yogasree is. So I'm fortunate to have a sir at Bellary, like Bellary to Bellary. I've been practicing Iyengar yoga here in Yogasree since 6.5 years. So, like, this is the only form of yoga I've started with. I don't know any other form of yoga, and I don't want to try any other form of yoga. I stay with this, and that's it.
Okay, thank you, Madhvi.
Namaste everyone. I'm Lakshmi Narayana. I'm from India. Basically, I don't want to say from US, but I just moved recently 2 years ago to US. I used to stay in Chicago recently. I think 2 weeks ago I moved to Iowa, Waterloo. I just started practicing yoga, especially Iyengar yoga with Virupaksha sir from when I was in bachelor's. I don't remember exactly what year, but I think it's been like 5 years. But I'm not a regular. I did not maintain it consistently, but I just practicing it whenever I get a free time. And now once the online classes have started, I started for a while, and then when I moved to US, I couldn't practice for like 1 year. Now again I started. This is pretty much about my introduction. Thank you for the opportunity.
Nice to know about you, Lakshmi Narayanan. Good.
Thank
you.
I can share. Hello, everyone. I hope I'm audible. My name is Sumant, and I'm from Bangalore, India. And to tell you about my journey of being a part of yoga, I started my journey when I was in my 10th standard itself to do physical workouts because I was an athlete. And after that, since I was into lifting weights and other things, I got into bodybuilding around 2014. But I realized that my body is getting too stiff, and mentally I was kind of getting too flared up because, it's all about eating and working out. Okay. Things got very stiff in my body. And when this was in Hyderabad, and when I came back to Bangalore, I realized that, the gym has made my body really stiff. And that's when I got introduced to Iyengar Yoga in Bangalore with another teacher in 2017. So that time I realized that I thought to do yoga, you have to be very flexible. Only then you should start yoga, else you're not fit to do yoga. This is what I thought. But when I got exposed to the form of Iyengar Yoga with another teacher, I realized that you can use props to actually come to the alignment. Then what happened was post-COVID, my wife and my mother-in-law started yoga with Iyengar sir, Virupaksha sir. And that time, they were doing therapeutic yoga. And I was doing the yoga with another teacher of Iyengar Yoga itself. Okay. And now what happened was, after that, it was really challenging for me to go offline to do yoga and come back, because it was exhausting, because it was literally for a 2-hour session. And so later what happened, because of my constraints, I thought, okay, why not start online yoga, since my mother-in-law and my wife referred. So honestly, to tell you, I kind of underestimated because, someone from Ballari, a tier 2 town, what can he teach yoga when compared to Bangalore? My apologies for underestimating things. It's my intellectual ego, I can say, that came in. But when I really started doing, my wife and mother-in-law had brought all the props. So I have all the props that are involved. And it was so beautifully done, because I had built a resistance towards Surya Namaskar, because people thought Surya Namaskar is yoga. I was like, oh God, let's not do Surya Namaskar enough. So when I came here, I noticed that sir, apart from Surya Namaskar, is doing everything else. And it was so very nice, that use of props doing at home. I never felt that I'm doing at home. Rather, I felt that I was in the center doing with the teacher. So the use of props and the kind of asanas and the kind of depth involved, I realized what is the difference between a teacher who is directly certified by Iyengar versus a teacher who is reading the books of Iyengar and teaching. There is a lot of difference, is what I could recognize here. And it's been, I think, around 6 months plus with Virupaksha sir. And I'm really enjoying the journey, because my flexibility has improved and my inner calmness has improved. To give you an example, today itself in the morning, we did pranayam. When I sat down for pranayam, my mind was flaring up with thoughts regarding certain challenge with a person. But just 5 to 10 minutes down the line, I understood that how that calmness is coming in my mind with the asana. So that I really observed. So I am really enjoying this journey of yoga. So what I am doing is, every alternative day I'm doing yoga, and other alternative day I'm playing a sport. So this way I'm able to ensure that, there is this flexibility in my body and strengthening also happening alternatively. This is my journey. Yeah.
Good. Very nice. Nice to know. And the point that you brought up to Surya Namaskars, when I started with Sir, that's what I noticed, because anywhere I went, that is the first thing that you do. And I don't think I've experienced that with Sir until much later. Then he did the Surya Namaskars. So
I went to an extent of asking sir, don't you make us do Surya Namaskar?
That's what you hear, right? Anywhere else you go. That's very nice to know. Akshat, anyone? Sarita, Akshat? Yeah.
Hello everyone. My name is Akshay. I'm from Virginia in the United States. I started yoga in general about a year ago with Ammaka and my mom. I started Iyengar Yoga, Yogasree Iyengar Yoga, about 6 months ago with Sir. And I think that Iyengar Yoga is really nice yoga. It connects you with your spiritual self. And when I did the yoga, all of the stiffness from playing sports, playing outside, it all was gone from my body, because the stretches and everything, it was like connected to the muscles that I use in sports and playing outside. And I felt much better after doing Iyengar yoga.
Nice. Lata, you want to introduce yourself?
Hi, this is Srilata. I'm Akshaya's mom. I do Iyengar yoga too, but not with Virupaksha sir. I have a different teacher. But I introduced my son to Iyengar yoga because of my sister with Virupaksha sir. And I have seen a significant improvement. He was not even able to sit on the floor like what we do back home. He can't even sit in Sukhasana or Vajrasana, nothing. They can't. In the beginning, he was not, as I said, he was not even able to sit in Sukhasana on the floor. He used to stretch his leg and just sit down on the floor. The last 6 months, can't thank Sir enough. He has showed so much improvement with his posture, walking, and he started because of his back injury from badminton. He plays badminton for the last 5 years, and the back injury, the fracture, kind of pushed him back. But so thankful to sir. He's back to sport. He's playing badminton, and he's getting back to his regular routine. And soon, I hope he'll be participating in his competitions, nationals here. So. Thanks again.
Yeah, cool. Thank you. And for everyone else here, Akshaj is here is a junior national level player, badminton. So he hurt his back, and that's how he got in touch with sir. And then what's his experience? Thank you, Akshaj. Thank you, Lata. Sarita, Sujata.
Myself, Sujata Pola from Ballari. I used to think that I know yoga every day from my childhood, like school days. I used to do Surya Namaskara and few yogas, and never tried to go to any teacher after my marriage. Where almost from 5 years, I'm doing now Iyengar's yoga with Virupaksha sir. Now I got to know that what is yoga, and I'm enjoying this Iyengar yoga. From this, anyone can do yoga with props, though they have any ailments or problems. All these things we can recover with the help of Iyengar's yoga. So just during pandemic time, we started online, no? That from then I am more regular to yoga actually, because I never miss the class. Offline class, many times we used to miss, we are traveling and all. But because of online, I'm more regular and I improved more in my yoga. Thank you.
We see that, Sujata. I see that. I see you on sometimes when sir spotlights you too. So I see that, and like, yeah, you're very flexible. It's very nice to see that.
To add on to what Sujata ma'am mentioned.
Actually, after joining the Iyengar's yoga with Virupaksha sir, I improved a lot. And whoever tell me any their health problems, health issues, I always tell, join Iyengar's yoga with Virupaksha sir, and you can come out of your problems, health issues and all. At least it will help a lot. Even my sister Sharda is taking therapy class with sir, and even I tell all my friends also generally do yoga with sir. Iyengar's yoga.
To add on to, can I talk a few things to add on to Sujata ma'am's thing regarding being regular? I feel, Iyengar yoga is a very resistance-free yoga. I can say, it doesn't feel like, you're doing a lot of effort there, yet your exercise is happening, your flexibility is happening. So there was never a day where I felt like, oh God, today I have to wake up to do yoga. It's automatic. So when it's resistance free and it's easy, always sir tells, listen to your body and go according to the flexibility of the body. And he gives different variations for a beginner, intermediate, and advanced. So that really makes us feel very comfortable and go along with the flow of the body without resistance, rather with surrender. You surrender to the flow and do it as per the thing comes. That's what I observed.
True, so true, so true.
Actually, for me,
And sir observed so wisely, and even we never feel that we are online. He observed each and everyone's every small mistakes
corrections.
also, and he corrects. So yeah, I never feel that we are online class. Online.
True, true. Sarita?
Hi, I'm Sarita. I live in Virginia. I have been practicing yoga for about 20 plus years. Actually, I was introduced to yoga when I was 10 years old at my Gurukul school. And then I went to Gandhi Gnan Mandir and I used to practice. By doing this Surya Namaskar and a few postures, I thought I do yoga very well. And I had an accident, and after that, I got my back pain, and I wasn't able to sit for at least for about 30 minutes to watch a movie, or it was paining so much. And I was so lucky, and I got introduced this yoga by my mentor and my best friend Manju. And also, I would like to thank you, Manju, and also her best friend Madhavi for introducing me, Virupakshappa sir. I feel like in my gratitude exercise, I always say that I'm really blessed to be in this class. This is one of the best things that had happened to me. And I look forward to join the class every day. And all of a sudden, I stopped doing yoga after I was regular for 1 year. And then I had a break for a month because I was nicely enjoying in a wedding. And then I was thinking, I right now I don't have my leg pain. And then once I start yoga, I get my pain again. So why should I join? I'm happily enjoying. So I took a break of 2 months, and still, because the calmness within me, that part is missing. So I'm longing to go to the yoga class, and still I'm reluctant to join. So one day I texted sir, tell me why should I join the class? Because now I have no leg pain. And I'm going back and forth. Sir, I used to have neck pain basically, and it was radiating all the way from the hand up to my pinky. Then that was the first success story, because sir helped me in 1 week, I guess. First week of the yoga session with sir, I got rid of my neck pain. He corrected my posture, and he asked me to observe how I am sitting and even how I am walking. So it's again, I'm really relearning everything. So that helped me. I never had my neck pain. And after that, after stopping yoga, I don't have my leg pain. So I was like, I'm trying to postpone to join again. But I am missing the basic, the meditation, the pranayama part, because it brings that calmness within me. So I want to join, but I feel like I might get again my leg pain. So I asked sir, convince me why I have to join the class, because I'm not able to think and why I have to join. Then I called sir, and sir told me that you are having pain. Now you are managing, somehow not doing the things that aggregate the pain. Are you walking? Then I said, no, I'm not walking. I'm not even taking stairs, because I know that if I take stairs, I would get pain. So I'm avoiding all the things that might trigger my pain. And then sir said, your leg is like becoming weak. And when the pain triggers, it will aggravate like anything. You might not be able to manage. So rather than waiting, you better join the class and strengthen your nerves. That's how I was convinced and I joined back, and I'm enjoying here. And so it's a very good experience because he always teaches us to observe how you are sitting and how you are walking. And this internally made me, because one day I was sitting and all of a sudden I started getting neck pain because I was thinking, oh, okay, I'm not sitting properly. Then the thought came, what am I thinking? So I'm putting my neck so hard because I was in the middle of doing some work, and it is a stress because I was doing something else. I was trying to convince someone else, and I'm holding up all that anger and all that emotions. So that's when I realized, okay, observing my body is not the only thing. He's in another way teaching me how to observe my thoughts and have the control on my emotions. So once that got clicked, because I didn't know that until then. So it became a game to me now. So I'm spending more time with me, and it's really amazing. This is the one thing I really want to share because I'm enjoying. I'm playing with my inner self, and I'm able to put my personal mind away and staying more focused. Even when I'm walking also, sir taught me how to walk. It is so surprised that I'm learning how to walk, and so it's really amazing. I'm able to walk 3 miles with the sir's instruction without having any leg pain. And thank you. I'm sorry if I took too long.
No, this is good. This is good.
Good, good.
I feel like that too sometimes. We're learning to walk, we're learning to sit, we're learning to do certain things the right way. I slouch a lot. So now I consciously tell myself to sit up straight, sit up straight. That's very good. That's very good to hear. You reminded me of something else too. Sorry, you wanted to go? Go ahead, Lakshman.
Yeah, I want to start my introduction. So, first of all, I thanks Sir and everyone who are here, especially like Madhvi ji and Manju ji for organizing this meeting and sharing our experiences with the Sir, the Sir teachers and everything regarding the yoga. I started my journey like I'm basically from Hospit. How Suman treated the Ballari as a tier 2. It's tier 3 if you compare the Hospit with the Ballari, but now recently it's been developing because of the district. So there was no anger yoga. There were some other types of yoga, but I started like I was a young kid. Everyone like in India, when you enter to the youth stage, especially when you join the university, then you will decide to go gym and build a very fit body. So I am also one of the guys who was thinking in that way. So I used to go to the Vivekananda ashram there, like I used to do some voluntary services. So the monk, her name is Mata Prabodhamai, she introduced me to the Iyengar yoga. So she asked me to join this yoga. There was a like 3 days workshop that was held by Virupaksha sir in some Rotary club, I think so. I'm not sure where the venue exactly at the time. So Shekhar was the guy who is very closely intimated with the sir. So he organized that workshop and he introduced the sir to the hospital. So I think I'm remembering thing. So the Shekhar is also a devotee of ashram. So Mataji called me and told me to like paste the official letter by municipal of Hospet to paste that letter on the banner so that it can be like held on the streets for so long time. Like they got a permission, so it was showing to the municipal people like that. So I went and like tested on that, and then I asked, "What is this? Why did I do that?" But could you please explain me the thing? Then Mataji told me this is a workshop going on. It's like a Iyengar yoga. It's a very special yoga compared to other yogas. I suggest you to join. I said, no, I wanted to do gym. You're saying the yoga. It's ridiculous. I don't want to do. So first I imposed it. Then she explained me, no, it's a very good yoga. You have to first attend. If you find it, then you can continue for other 2 days, or else you can like discontinue at any time. I said, okay. Then there was an entry fee, 300 rupees for 3 days. I said it's very expensive compared to the gym. So I don't want to join again. So I reluctantly I said no, no, no. For like she convinced me for 1 week. She was like just saying me again and again and insisting me again and again to join the yoga. It's very rare opportunity that you get in Hospital like city like this, because Iyengar yoga is very famous. But here the Karnataka, it's basically because Iyengar is from Karnataka, but the people of Karnataka doesn't know Iyengar yoga. It's not been famous here compared to the Maharashtra. Like as the yeah, she forced, and then Shekhar also like he also like suggested me to join the workshop. So I went for first day. I felt like something. There was some changes compared to gym. I also like when you work out in the gym, your calories will burn out, and you'll feel like some type of energetic and also some type of like tiredness. But when you do yoga, you will feel very lightness in your body, and you'll feel like something different experience that I cannot explain it. It's something very positive experience. So after 3 days, like I was desperate to join the workshop. So I asked the Praveen. Praveen is Virupaksha's brother. So are you going to open any yoga center here in Hospet? He said, yes, we are planning to open in the future. Then after 1 year, I joined the Iyengar Yoga that was near the opposite to the Venkateshwara Kalyana Mandapa. So we started there, and our like yoga mates were uh, the person. His name is also Krishna Devaraya. He is I think what we can say, he is the king. Means now the modern king we can say, because he is the his forefather is Krishna Devaraya. His dynasty is Ampi Vijayanagara dynasty, kingdom dynasty. And also one lady, she's relative to Anand Singh, politician. So there were 3 doctors who used to come for the Iyengar yoga class, and me, and some old guy, and the other people also started to coming. So we used to do yoga daily, and it was like in person. So sir used to come only 2 days or 3 days in a week. So it was a very good experience. And apart from that, the main work, like main enjoyable experience that I got experienced is in the Hampi while we went for trekking for Matanga Parvata. So I think Madhvi auntie
I
also
heard
was
about
there.
this. I
Yeah,
heard about this.
Yes,
We were
yes.
not
yeah.
included.
This is
We were
the
not
one of the
included.
best
That
moment that made me to very like to do
Good.
yoga in a competitive way because we are from Hospet, they are from Ballari, and like uh, I joined also. I recommended my cousin. He also joined yoga. We started as a beginners. So Sari used to come only for 2 days. He used to spend other rest of the days in Ballari. So I think 4 people went from Hospet. So I and my cousin is also of my age. So we went and we trekked the Matanga Parvata. At that time, it was okay. Like everyone was happy. But the thing when it was started, like main part of the yoga is Sar started that I don't remember the asana name, but it is a very different, like
Mandalasana.
Mandala.
advanced asana.
Mandalasana.
Mandala. That's it.
Mandalasana.
Mandalasana.
From first he started the Shirsasana, then Mandalasana, and
All
everything
batch.
we were observing. And the tourists also like they also attracted to it. Some started standing from the far and staring the actions of the like postures of the sir.
You're
And
making
the
us jealous now.
other, the
We are
main
making us
part
feel
is
jealous.
yeah, and the main part is Rajni ji. She came and she did the Shirsasana. And I was like shocked. I was dumb stuck. Oh, I'm also a young guy, but I couldn't do Sirsasana. She is doing like at that old age. I was shocked. And also Madhviji also did start it. Oh, then I said I got insulted. Oh, as I'm also youngness, like as usual, youngers are like every time he tells yoga is not for young or old people. Everyone can do that. So everyone can do that, and he did demonstrated in like he did demonstrate in front of myself, like in front of so many guys. Because one day what happened, I used to do urdhva dhanurasana like in a better way, not like best way, wonderful way, but like in a better way. So at that time, one lady she joined like 2 weeks, she joined very recently, like means 2 weeks or 14 days, like 18 days or something. So she asked, sir, I wanted to do Urdhva Dhanurasana like him. So sir told, yeah, you can. She said, no, sir, मेरे को नहीं हो पाएगा क्योंकि मैं अभी ज्वाइन किया हूँ लेकिन मेरे को मन है लेकिन I have a desire to do that, but I cannot do. My body will my body won't support for it. And sir told like sir tied
Sorry,
the belt for her.
sorry for
Sir,
interrupting, but Sharada joined. She's traveling. She wanted to share.
okay.
Sorry for interrupting. Sorry for
Oh,
interrupting.
no
Anything?
worries. Yeah.
We continue later.
Yeah, we'll continue. Sharada, thank you for joining. Thank you for taking the time. I know you were traveling, and but you were excited to join. So good to see you. Please go ahead.
Thank you.
And then yeah.
Definitely. Thank you so much for accommodating me. I was very particular to join because I really love the class, and especially online class is wonderful. I'm Sharda Srinivasan from Bangalore. I'm Sujata Pola's sister. So she's the main culprit or reason, whatever you tell, but she's the main reason for me to join Sir's class. She has been telling me since almost 3-4 years. She's been telling me, but thanks to COVID again, he started online classes because I'm in Bangalore. It is tough. I was doing Iyengar yoga with some other sir offline, but I have many health issues, surgeries. I had almost like, including my cesareans, 5 surgeries and spondylitis, back problems. I have all those problems. So I was even now I have hernia. So that is the reason I was not comfortable in doing yoga in group. I was feeling that personalized attention was required, and I was trying for therapy yoga in Bangalore. Somehow I couldn't find anyone. Maybe there are many. I couldn't find anyone. And during COVID, Sujata suggested him that he's doing online also. Then I called and checked, sir, whether it is possible, because I was very, very skeptical about doing yoga online. So other classes are okay, group, we can listen, we can talk, all these things are okay. But yoga, especially therapy yoga, when I have so many problems, I was thinking, how can he judge? How can he guide me? And especially Iyengar yoga is with props. So I should have all the props, whether I'll be using props properly or not. All that doubts I had. Then when she told, I called and spoke to sir. When I called, within 2 minutes, like this online, when we were talking, within 2 minutes, he said, your right side is imbalanced. Your right facial bone and structure is imbalanced. So your spine is imbalanced. That's why it has to be corrected. So all those descriptions he started giving. I don't have words to express that. I was actually shocked. How can someone see online with, no personal connection? I have not met him anytime. That was the first time I'm talking to him. So I was shocked. That is the day I decided I'm joining his class. Then I requested him for one-to-one. My timing and my problems, I preferred one-to-one class. He accommodated me for twice a week, and I was very happy. But after a week, he said, if it is possible, you come offline, so that because I had hernia, he just wanted to check on that, in what state it is. Though I explain anything, he said it is better so that he can take care of that and teach me for my problems. So luckily my sister is there. So I went there after a month, I think. I went there, stayed there for a week. Amazing offline classes, of course. He can, I mean, I don't know, he is better than any physicians. Physician can see only from his point of view, or surgeons can see only hernia. If I go to a surgeon for my hernia problem, he can see only that. He cannot suggest anything for my back, lower back. I have
There's a
spine
doctor
compression.
let me tell you though, there's a doctor on this group too. So
Oh, okay.
so
I'm
you're
sorry.
a doctor. So
Yeah. I'm not.
but I hear what you
Yeah.
say.
Yeah, because they are all specialized in their own field.
Exactly.
But
yeah.
here I felt, see, doctors we need, and definitely doctors are special. But what I mean to say is, here I went with so many multiple problems. So with my hernia, doctor can, now recently I consulted a doctor surgeon for my hernia. So he was not able to, definitely he was not able to address for my slip disc. No, it is not slip disc, it is slip compression. So he will suggest for this, but he asked me to go for that to orthopedic, right? But here I found he was able to address all my problems. I have very bad spondylitis, and I have slip disc. I mean, sorry, yeah, and so many things. I have dizziness, to inversions. So considering all the points, no, it was amazing. And even online, I felt after that 1 week I came back. I am little like I travel a lot. My family travels a lot, and my daughter is in US, and here also I have a daughter's house. I travel a lot. So whenever possible, I ask him to take class, but I can't carry all the props. And Iyengar yoga, it's amazing because we use props and we are able to give the proper stretch. And that is how we are increasing our stretch, and it helps us to continue the asanas and all these things. So when I'm traveling, I can't carry my props, but Sir Virupaksha sir is amazing. I'm like 6 months or 8 months, I think I'm taking classes from him. He can just in online with such a distance and everything, he just judges the room and where is the wall, where is the door, bed size also he can,
we
amazing
all can
that
watch
was.
for that, right? We all can watch for that. I'm like, how are you seeing this? Why
Oh,
do you-
yeah.
Yeah, that's what I tell.
Absolutely.
He can judge the chair height, chair style, everything he can judge. And he can suggest, you can use this, you can use this. Okay, if not this asana, I will make you do this with this prop. So that was amazing. And recently, one more thing happened. I was doing yoga in my room, and my daughter had some sprain in her feet. So she entered telling that, Amma, it is not going. She didn't know that I was in class. She entered telling that I still have pain, what to do. So I said, wait a minute. Sir is online, so I'll just check with him. You will not believe, the distance was almost 20 feet from camera to my daughter. So when she was walking, when I told my daughter is here, she has some pain in the feet. Is there any exercise or something? I asked. Just within seconds, he said she has very bad flat foot. Because of that, she will get all these problems. So she has very bad foot. So I can suggest some exercises now, but it is better to correct. So she was shocked. She said, Amma, I didn't even know where the camera was. I was in such a distance. Just 2 steps I walked. Within that, he could actually identify her problems, diagnose her problems. And flat foot was like very bad. Her flat foot is, I have not seen many with such foot problems. So she was shocked, and immediately within 5 minutes, she said, I'm joining the class. So since so many days, I was trying to convince her for the class, but this convinced her immediately. She's joined and she's taking the class. So I wanted to use this opportunity of this session to thank him, to show my gratitude, because definitely for my problems, even when I'm traveling, I have little now learned how to use whatever the props we have and give some stretches. So traveling 6 hours, 8 hours traveling, sitting and all, how it, we can manage that with some stretchers, wherever, whatever we are able to use. So this opportunity is to thank him mainly. I'm really blessed to join that. And I would like to thank Sujata also for introducing me there. Otherwise, it is really amazing. Thank you for this opportunity.
I am happy that you joined and using this opportunity what sir is giving.
Surely.
Thank
I
you,
always
Sharma.
try to make everyone understand his
His face, right? Yeah.
I am
what he is.
speaking this, I am telling this from a happy country. Bhutan is called a happy country.
Happiest place in the world. Yeah. Yeah.
I am in Bhutan, so
Yeah.
it is so happily I'm telling. Double joy. So thank you.
Thank you, Sharma.
Thanks
you.
for accommodating me, Lakshmi Narayanji.
Absolutely.
No problem, you're
The,
fine.
the youngest person here, Akshar. I know it's getting late for you, you're getting tired, but I did want to ask you one thing, Akshar. How did you, I know you said you came to serve because of an injury, right? I just want to hear from your words. How did you find yoga helping you? How did you find sir's methods of teaching? Just Iyengar methods of teaching, sir's teaching. How did you connect with that? We are all older, we are all at a different level, but you being the youngest and from a sports, and I know you do a lot of strength training too. So can you share?
So when I started yoga, Iyengar yoga specifically, when I had the back injury, we used a lot of props for support. During this time, I had a hard time bending forward. My range of motion was very limited, so bending forward was not easy for me at that time.
You couldn't even walk too, right? I remember. You couldn't even walk.
Bending down, walking was all very hard. So when I started Iyengar yoga, we started doing the basic asanas. We started doing Trikonasana. We used the brick. We used all these props for support. Slowly, sir, you removed the props. We did more difficult asanas, and we started the handstand and the headstand. Slowly, he started developing. And then we got to the stage now where I started playing again. I think that's it.
One thing, Akshay, one thing. So you were in a lot of pain, right? Were you scared to do the asanas when sir says, okay, do, I mean, you were in pain too. How did you feel? Were you okay to do?
When I was in pain, what happened was sir showed me the asana with no support or props. So I was like shocked, he did that. He did that asana that was so hard without any props, right? And at that time, it was hard. Even now, it might be hard, but like with the props and slowly, it was scary, but it was happening slowly. It was coming. I feel like I should tell you that Sir, his style of teaching is different from a lot of people because that's what I was saying. His teaching is very like developed. It's very detailed. He focuses on the small corrections, the postures. These all take a lot of time. He's very patient with his. He always finds a way to make the position comfortable for the student, and it. I really like that way. Wow.
Good,
And you-
good. I am so happy to see you share your experience and see the change in you too. So Lata, as a mom, what did you see? How did you feel? Him going through that and then now coming out of it and all
Yeah.
because of yoga?
The answer to your question, yes. Initially, he was scared. As he said, Sir used to show asanas in his way. He's like, wow, he's doing all these things. Can I do this kind of thing? But yes, Sir always uses props and makes sure that a person who is doing is very comfortable, and he's very patient with Akshay. I'm so impressed with him, like with kids. Or I think he's probably with everybody, but I've only seen him with Akshay. He's very patient. Sometimes sitting next to him, I get impatient because I do Iyengar yoga too. So I get impatient. I'm getting upset and mad that you can do such a small, simple thing. But Sir, always smiling, very patient, and it never rushes with anything. I'm like, he's so nice. And from being in painful situation now to able to do headstand and handstand, all difficult asanas, I've seen such a significant difference in him, and love him. I love that he's back to his close to his baseline in the court, running around. As a mom, seeing him in that situation where he cannot walk, where a kid was playing junior nationals a couple of months ago and he could not even walk. So it's kind of very disappointing and a painful condition for any mom. But seeing him back in the court for last couple of months and hoping he'll be back into his competitive spirit. This is all credit goes to Sir, and obviously my sister who introduced me to Sir.
Good job, Ashil. Good job. Good job. Thank you. Thank you for sharing. I know everyone mentioned props, so I want to share my my thoughts on that. So whenever I heard about props before, though, I used to feel like, okay, only if I cannot do, I'm not flexible enough, or maybe I'm not strong enough. That if I'm using props, I would feel like, okay, I'm weak, I can't do that. But I think that my thinking has completely changed since I started with Sir. Then I was like, it's not just helping you. It's not, the mindset itself is different. It changes completely. It's not that I can do it. It's what can I do? How far I can go with the prop. Then you take it to without props. Then you see, okay, am I able to achieve the same state or not? So that was a revelation for me with Sir and the whole Iyengar form of yoga. I just wanted to hear what did you think about it? Did you all have the same thing, or maybe I was the only one? What was your experience when you were introduced to props?
So here I'll tell you, as I told you, that I had a very stiff body. Moving to that position itself was a dream for me, where I could not even hold my, when I bend forward, I can't even hold my hand towards the leg. But slowly, when I start using the rope, slowly I was improving my flexibility in the quads. And now I'm able to touch my feet. And not only touch my feet, I'm able to bend my elbow, which is really surprising for me. So I feel the props will really push that, allow the body to stretch, yet not to push. And yet you feel satisfied that you've completed your asana. That's the thing. And recently, even one more exercise that Sir made us do, that is, I forgot the name of the asana, where you bend on the chair at the back and you completely bend. And like it looks like Dhanrasan, but it's on the chair.
Urdhva Dhanurasana.
Yeah.
Even the same problem was with me. I thought I can't do Urdhva Dhanurasana. because of state and then with the belt and all. Now I could do Urdhva
Yeah,
Dhanurag.
so that one really gave a good stretch in the back, yet I was able to do it very comfortably for a long period of time. Because there is this statement I've heard in yoga that asanam stiram sukham, that should be sukham and asanam. But without a prop, it will be too difficult. But with a prop, we are able to come to that state. That's what I've observed. Yeah.
True, so true. I've come to appreciate the props now. Like sometimes I keep looking for, okay, I want to do that so that I can go into the pose more deeply too. Anyone else had any?
Yeah, coming to props, I'm the one and only guy who moved all the props from India to US using check-in bag. Even the weight is limited to transport. My whole one bag is
Yeah,
full of
about props.
yoga props, except chair.
Okay. I've done the same
About the
thing.
props, even I would like to share something.
Yeah, sure.
Because without the props, I was not able to do asanas properly at all. And I used to feel the strain. But with props, what do they call, like hitvagide? And I'm able to stay for a longer time, which is helping me more, I think, because of that props. We are able to stay in the position for a longer time. I think that helps a lot to correct the problems. That's the feedback I have.
Thanks to Iyengar for this. Introduction.
Definitely. Iyengar sir has
Yeah.
given us amazing methods.
Here, one thing I would like to share as an objective of me doing yoga is that, I realized I was walking with my grandfather who is 84 years, and he was walking very fast at 84. And he was sharing with me how he overcame his L1 and L2 problem with yoga. He was a yoga teacher from Ballari itself. Okay. And I met another gentleman, an old man who was 95, who was driving a car. And I was surprised that at 95 he's driving a car and has come for a walk. And I made up my mind that I have to live around 100 plus years, very healthy. And for that, the investment that I'm doing is yoga. So the right food and the right flexibility in the body, because if yoga will actually touch upon every muscle in a very deep way. That I realize that no other form of exercise actually does. And I feel every form of exercise is formed from yoga. Because if you talk about the animal workouts and strength and conditioning and all of that, we already do it in yoga in a much better way. So I feel that's my goal of living 100 plus years. And I feel yoga can really help me do that.
Yeah, I feel like yoga is a gift that you give yourself, and good luck for your goal. And you keep doing yoga, I think you'll do that.
One more thing I understood with yoga was, because I used to go for acupuncture, acupressure, chiropractic, some patti thing, and so many things for my problems. But one thing I understood with this was we have to do something for ourselves for better health, and as Sumanji said, for long life. We can't just depend on others, any doctors, or blame anyone for anything. We have to work out with proper guidance and, of course, food. So, yoga, yeah, definitely. Thank you.
I wanted to share one experience that is like related to US. When I moved to US, it's very difficult to get an appointment with the doctor in US. So I had an issue. So like for everything, like for every disease, you may call any pains or like orthopedic pains or anything, body pains, or even for colds or some asanas, particular asanas. So I used to do I used to do those asanas in the Hospet Iyengar Yoga Center. So I got I remembered those days and I just called sir, this is the problem that I'm facing. I just tried to contact the doctor, and it's been like there was at least people in US know you, if you want to contact any at least a family physician also you need to have at least 15 days. You have to wait for 15 days. So then I called sir and I spoke to him and he explained the things what to do to relieve the pain temporarily until you get into doctor and get a medicine. So those asanas he explained, like I started joining the therapy class at that time, and the issues like I my pain was reduced. 75% of the pain was reduced by doing the asanas, and with the medicines it's completely cured, but not 100%. But this is clear. It's better than nothing. Yeah, that was my experience, and there are a lot of experiences. I also recommended so many people, like I think 4 to 5 people to the Iyengar Yoga Center, but unfortunately, COVID came after that. Sir didn't started like he didn't start again back the Iyengar Yoga Center in Hospet. So I just started teaching like online classes, doing online classes. So those two peoples they introduced to Iyengar Yoga, and then after stars like Sir stopped the classes in Hospet, so they started to joining in other yogas like Isha Yoga and some other yogas, and they like the main basic thing is that we introduced them to the Iyengar yoga, but they got to know about the yoga benefits, and then they are living a very wonderful life. But it is because of Virupaksha sir, because of the knowledge that he gave to those people regarding the yoga and the health of the and how you have to take care of your body even you are young, how you have to be very particular and energetic and healthy in your daily day-to-day activities also. And the one main thing is prop. So I used to do without the props because as I was a young adult, I wanted to show up my skills doing asanas. So it was my habit at that time during the beginning. So at that time, sir instructed me, you will do very well asanas, but the thing is, it is not only doing the physical postures, you have to use the props, and then you have to go inside and you have to like work on breathe. And then he suggested me those things. And the I feel online class is not different than the in-person class. And he is a very good, excellent teacher. One of my cousins, she is also in she is staying right now in Bangalore. And she also told me that she went to two different Iyengar yoga centers in Bangalore, but the instructors are not as good as Sir, because Sir is very patient and he is very comfortable with the people, irrespective of gender.
Yeah.
That is the main thing.
Yeah. You touched on a point that was on my mind too. So we all talked about more from the physical aspect of things. We all kind of got into yoga for some physical pain or the other, and we all got benefited from that. And I think we are all in a better place now. But how about, I know this is not, yoga is not just about physical side, right? It's an emotional, it's at a different level, inner level.
That is what I thought.
Thoughts, yeah, any thoughts or
Join
experiences?
for actually health purpose or physical purpose, but mental peace I got a lot here.
Can you elaborate like what?
Spiritual way, like feel very calm, not stressed. It gives a lot of calm mind. Or else I used to get stressed a lot because of yoga. Now it reduced almost.
Okay, good.
I would like to share on that. So here I've observed that, throughout the day, the energy accumulates. And if that energy is not vented out, it will turn into the emotional challenges where you flare up on things and other aspects. So I realized that when we do yoga, that there's an emotional drain of energy happening where you come into a kind of a presence of mind, where you tend to be in that state rather than going to the past or the future. That's what I've observed. After I do the yoga for the day, the entire day is actually calm. That's what I observed. Yeah.
It's not just while doing the yoga too, right? For me, so one of the best things that I learned from Sir is that I went in pain to her, and then when he turned the pain into a learning thing for me. So I used to be scared of the physical pain too. Like then he said, "What is your pain teaching you? Pain is your guru. What are you learning from it?" Since then, I learned to respect the pain. And also it translated to other things in life, not just the physical pain. Okay, this is happening. What am I going to learn from this? How do I stay calm in this situation? So that I always go back to that lesson. The pain is just teaching you something. You just have to accept and be ready for the new learning. So that's what whenever we talk to amongst friends too, like Sarita and I talk to a lot, and Madhuri and I talk a lot. I'm like, something is hurting. Okay, what is it teaching you? What are you going to learn from it? And it's that ability to kind of decipher that at the emotional level too, and not let it get to you. I think that's the biggest takeaway for me from Sir's way of teaching, from Sir's way of helping us explore our inner emotions and inner thoughts too. Madhuri, you've been quiet.
For me, I feel a magic in his voice, especially in a relaxation pose, final relaxation pose, Shavasana. Whatever instructions he gives, I feel that touch the subconscious level. Like he keeps telling, let go. Yeah, it's not just on the mat. It's throughout the day. Like I get connected to those. And the mind
I
is
agree
free of
with
that
that.
cluttering.
I agree with that, because when previous yoga, even it was offline, the instruction, I mean, he was also very good, of course, but instructions never used to stay in my mind. But here, whatever Sir says, no, even while doing the positions, like roll back your shoulders, hands up, tummy in, and all those things, no, they stay in mind. So when we are doing also, automatically that voice keeps coming. So I keep correcting the postures. So that is what I experienced with this Sir's class.
So I would like to share last thing. I got experienced on the Matanga Parvata. So we used to do like every Saturday. Used to take the pranayama classes so often, but the one that I got experienced in Matanga Parvata is so different. We were like everyone were like in ecstasy. He explained how you have to like go beyond mind, and you have to reach the soul. And then he was explaining that he like it took us from very beginning level to the advanced stage, and then everyone was thinking like we are apart from body. We went so somewhere else. But I don't know other people, but I just like got benefited by it. And then afterwards also, even today's class also is very wonderful. It was like,
Hello.
he was instructing
Father, good morning.
those pranayamas.
Go ahead. I muted him, so I know.
Okay.
Akshay,
So I
anything on,
I thank
sorry, you were continuing. Go ahead.
no. Thank you for giving this wonderful opportunity. I conclude my sharing of my experiences with this last piece. So I'm very fortunate to have Iyengar Yoga sir, like especially Virupaksha Dani sir, as my teacher, yoga instructor. I see himself as a BKS Iyengar that came to Ballari and teaching us the Iyengar Yoga, because he has every qualities, all the qualities that BKS Iyengar had, and also like got by so many people also experienced it and also shared with me those their feelings. We all felt the same thing because of his instruction and his patience. He's not just only a instructor who teaches for the fee. He's he's beyond from that. He's amazing instructor. So I thank him from my whole heart. I thank you once again for giving this wonderful opportunity, and thank you everyone.
You're actually, I'm so glad you could make it. And we can no longer say Ballari is a small town anymore, right? It is.
Ballari people we are there.
Yeah, right?
You have Sir here.
Sir is there. Yogasree is there. So
yeah, definitely.
He's an asset not just to Ballari. He's an asset to the whole world. Then.
Right.
Yeah, definitely. But that what offline feel we get. That
You're teasing us. You're teasing us now with that.
Yeah, now every time
All of you make it compulsory to visit Ballari Yogasree yearly once at least.
Yeah.
That's how I was about to say. Because every time we plan to India, then when are we going? What is the timeline that we spend in Ballari? Because we are dedicating some days so that we can spend some time with sir and learn and connect with him. That's a different
Good.
experience.
Maybe I hope the day will come like how the people will go from all over the world to the Pune center for the training.
It will.
Maybe.
It is already happening. It will.
Coming to Ballari.
Yeah.
Go ahead,
Just want
Akshay,
to this summer vacation, me and Akshay are going to India to kind of basically to meet sir and stay there for 1 week so he can get to see him in person and have a personal experience. I just want him to have the personal experience with sir so he can remember that all his life and so he can continue the practicing yoga all his life. That's my goal for him. I don't know about his goal, but that's my goal.
Actually, I wanted to ask you one other thing. So on the physical side, I know you said you are better now, right? On the emotional side, on the do you feel that it's showing its effect on other things in your life too? Or you anything? I don't want to put words into your mouth, but anything that you experience.
I feel like the mental effect that yoga, this Iyengar yoga has, meaning when I'm doing the asana, I feel like only like that asana is like the only thing that's like that's I'm focusing only on that asana. It's like my body feels like when the focus is completely on the asana, even like the resting pose or the regular pose when I'm doing so much that it's like so tired, my body is like it feels almost weightless, because like the mind is so like focused there, but like this muscle are so tired and your the body is like weightless.
Wow.
Oh, nice. I'm so glad you're able to experience this at this age, that we all started so late in life. So you were lucky. Continue that. So on a fun note, what is your favorite asana?
Supta Bandha Sarvangasana. It's the resting pose.
Super interesting.
Right?
Okay.
That asana, I feel like that's the one where after after intense after we do all of the handstand and shirshasana and everything, and the last two we do like twisting, and then we go into that pose, and I stay there. And that's when my body is like feeling weightless.
Good. Thank you, Akshay. I know it's late for you, but thank you for joining. So good to hear your experience.
Thank you.
Even I like Supta Bandha Konasana very much. It's very relaxing. And headstand I like. Because I improved in that asana a lot.
You are pros in headstand. I watched Madhuri and you're awesome. You're pros in headstands.
Headstand, coming to headstand, I was asking sir, will I be able to do this in this lifespan? Or at least the next life I should be able to do this. Then sir was saying, why next life? I'll make you do in this. Within 6 months, I was in headstand.
Good.
Yeah. Interesting. That's what I always tell sir too, that in this lifetime, maybe it doesn't happen. But he did somehow guided me through handstand, headstand, whatever. Like,
yeah, handstand also actually.
Right? I had such a fear of inversions. I don't even know when I got over that. But yeah, I'm not like you all, but at least I can get into the pose now. So you were saying, Sujata, something. You were saying something.
And even day to day, our routine also, As my sister told, his words keep coming in our mind.
True.
We can stand for long now because of how to keep our feet. Each
Mhm.
and everything help a lot in our day-to-day routine to maintain our body in proper position, posture. While driving also, I remember his words. Everything makes us easy because of this his instructions.
Mhm.
That's it.
Sarita, your favorite asana and why? Anything? Madhavi, we were actually talking about should have a, I know Lakshminarayan was saying that too, right? Hospet and Ballari students came together. So US Hospet and Ballari. So we'll all come together and do that. We should do
Do
that.
My
that.
favorite
That would be
is
lovely.
One workshop kind of thing, right? 1 week or so, we should all get together.
oh yeah.
Yeah, you come together. That
If
will
you
happen.
plan holiday same time,
I know that's the hardest
travel.
part, but it will be
Yeah.
fun to have everyone together. Samant, you were going to say something? Sarita, I know you both were saying something.
I was thinking of this that now that we're doing headstand, sir should help us take that extra step to do handstand without support. I have that in a goal, and I've been trying for 2 years. I was not able to, so
Okay.
I'm looking
Mhm.
forward to make that happen. That's my goal.
Yeah. When he goes up, right, he makes it so easy, and he's like featherweight, just jumping up. And I know I'll be struggling. Even to get one leg up, I'll be struggling.
Yeah.
1 week you come for offline class, you will learn.
Yeah, come twice.
Okay.
Yeah.
And while we started in Iyengar Yoga Center, like when I saw the Madhviji and Rajni, those guys are doing the Shirshasana in Matanga Parvata, then I asked sir, I want to do Shirshasana. I don't want to do these beginning classes like standing poses. More, then sir told me, so if you want to do, you are not ready, you will hurt your neck. And I started on my own, even like disagreeing, like bypassing his instruction. Then I got hurt my pain, like my neck, some nerves, and I was also fear to jump. When doing Shirshasana with one leg stand, you have to like move the movement, right? I am also fearing to do that one. Then he instructed me, even like he took care of us, like especially me and my cousin, like as his own, you can say brother. He used to take care of us like a Praveen only. So he tied the ropes in the wall, tied the ropes, and then he made us to do the rope shavasana. Sorry, the rope shirsasana. So that like decreased my fear. Then I started doing the shirsasana and everything. And even today, when I practice yoga on my own during the morning or whenever I get time after work, so I'll really those instructions when sir will make his voice like he will say something in high pitch, he will say something in the patient's way. So those instructions are like they will ring in my ear every time whenever I do the position. It is not very easy. Like even though if I do yoga also, he says to twist the bicep muscles. It's not too easy to everyone to do that. So it should
Right,
be
I
an
know. When he says move this muscle, I'm like, how do you move one particular muscle? But then he shows it though. When he shows it, it seems so easy.
No, I just asked him, sir, how long you stay in Sirsasana? He said 30 minutes. I was shocked. Oh, I will struggle for 2 minutes to stand like to do Shirshasana without support. And he said, in person class, he used to show us by doing the posture very clearly. And he used to like even explain. Yeah, I got experience to see that one. While he was doing the Shirshasana in advanced stage, there is a position when you will suck the skin of the neck, So he just like he explained me it very clearly, like how you can what we say. I cannot explain it very clearly how the instruction of the yoga in a terminology, but how you can pull that muscle from the, okay, you can move the energy from skin, skin to the tip of the toe. So that was an amazing, that is different from like, that is a difference to attend the in-person class and the online class. That is the only disadvantage in doing like attending the online classes compared to in-person, in my opinion. You can see Isar doing the asanas in-person. That's why I'm even now I have like jealous that Iyengar yoga, Ballari people are having a good fortune. They're very fortunate to be like intimate with the
Certainly.
Sadhu.
Sarita Madhvi, one of you were saying something. Go ahead.
If it is favorite asana, you've already talking about that favorite asana. I would say if it is with us guidance instructions, it is of course Shavasana.
Okay.
Otherwise, Halasana with thighs rested.
Okay.
Thighs rested. That makes my brain calm.
Okay. Nice. Sarita, you've been quiet.
My favorite is still Adho Mukha Svanasana. I am junior because I want to get master at it. Then I can do some headstand or shoulder because I'm struggling with it. So I decided once I become perfect in Adho Mukha Svanasana, maybe then I'll be better at rest of them. So every time I learn, when sir instructs, oh, I miss this point. So I have to apply that. So one day after that class, I start implementing that. The next day he adds another thing. Oh, Adho Mukha Svanasana has this many points I have to remember. Okay. So it's never ending.
I am with you on that. That's what I keep complaining. So why don't you give all the instructions at once? But then he says, no, you can't apply. Your mind doesn't go that way. So one at a time. And I'm with you. I'm also still focusing on Adho Mukha Svanasana.
Just the other day I asked sir, I'm not getting the Adho Mukha Svanasana in the correct way. I asked him to give the instructions for Adho Mukha Svanasana. And after 6 years of practice, I found I'm not good in Adho Mukha Svanasana.
True. Each day we learn in Adho Mukha Svanasana.
Yeah, I don't get one thing. Whether I am missing, my mind is not catching my brain is not catching all that instructions, or sir gives one at a time. As Manju said, maybe he's slowly taking us there, I guess.
Once you get one, then you,
Usually people will think, like I used to think before, because every day he will teach the same thing, same standing poses, same set of asanas.
Surya
But the
Namaskara.
thing is, it is very different. While he gives the instructions, it is very different, and you will feel inferiority to yourself. Even though you feel advanced, you will one day you will feel, oh, I am just a beginner in the anchor yoga when he instructs. It is something totally different.
Yeah. The same asana feels new every time we do it, right? Because of the the same thing, but every day there's a new experience from them. Good. He makes it interesting.
Yeah, that's the reason we look forward to the yoga sessions each day. It's not at all boring.
And we miss, why don't he has the class every single day, Madhvi?
Twice a day.
Twice.
They do. Ballari people do twice a day.
Twice a day, yeah.
Wow.
See, now one more.
And if you have a fortunate to attend the in-person classes, there is no time limit at all. You can do 5 hours practice.
Oh yeah, I experienced that. I spent most of the time at the center for 3 days. Oh, it was amazing time.
I used to go early in the morning at 6 a.m. and I used to come back around in the 12 p.m. once our leaves to the Ballari. I used to drop used to go close the Iyengar Yoga Center, then he used to return back to Ballari. So I used to stay and practice until that time.
No 6 hours.
Okay. Okay. Was any other final thoughts to share? Time went by really fast, actually. And I feel like still there's a lot that we can talk about. There's a lot to share. Can you believe it's
I
been
think
more than
if
hour and a half?
Madhvi ji, I have a one request for you. Sorry to interrupt Manju ji, and Madhvi ji, I have a one request. Like, there are some videos of BKS Iyengar doing the yoga, like demonstrating the yoga in like around the world, mostly Western countries. So Sir will do the yoga like those poses better, like it's like the same way how does Iyengar yoga will do. Those Iyengar Guruji used to do. So I think we have to make a one video. We have to make a one record of is demonstrating all the asanas,
Mm.
especially the
We'll do
difficult
it. Yeah.
asanas, which is not possible to the persons like us.
He has some on his
Good
YouTube
idea,
channel.
actually.
He
He
has
has
some. He has some. Yeah. But
Yeah,
it's
he has like just 30 seconds, 1 minute
mm,
demonstration. But I think like while he was doing the workshop, we have to record. We try to record one video. Then it would be an very good memory for the future coming generations, for like generations like us.
agree. Okay. Thank you, everyone. Again, it's wonderful to meet you all like this outside of the classroom, and just to hear about your experiences and your journey through yoga. So it's very good to connect. Thank you again for making the time. And again, from all of us, again, thanks to Yogasree and thanks to Virupaksha sir for getting us together, for getting us into yoga, into good, healthy habits, lifestyles, emotionally and physically making us healthy. So thank you. And thank you, Madhuri.
Thank you, Manju, for
Thank
this
you.
initiative. Thank you, Manju, for this initiative and giving us opportunity to share our
It's all
experience.
Experience.
And we are blessed to have Virupaksha sir with us. And I wish sir and his Yogasree to spread all over the world. And many people get his teaching.
This is the 10th year. So I agree completely, and I wish him many more milestone celebrations for Yogasree and sir. Okay, good night to the US
Thank
folks.
you.
And have a good day
you
to
all.
the
Thank
India.
you.
Thank you
Night.
again.
Night.
Thank you.
Bye. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.